Hi, I'm Kirk with TheCOM, and I'm going to show you how to install your helmet headset in your helmet and the different options you have to do that. So the first thing you need to do is kind of examine your helmet. This helmet has got some fabric up front, but it does not have the fabric in the ears. I've already installed this previously, but you can see that inside there it's just got a hard rubber or hard plastic type. And you just need to examine your helmet in general on how you're going to run the wires. So on mine I've got some snaps in here that I can kind of pull off, and I've also got a way that I can tuck it underneath. Some do not have this to tuck it up underneath. They've got, but you can usually tuck it up underneath where the seam is, or you might have an extra seam inside like this one where you can kind of stick the wires down inside there as you're running it around. You also need to consider what side of the helmet this is going to be on. Is this going to be mostly the driver's side? This is more of a permanent solution, or permanent when you install in your helmet. Is it going to be on the driver's side or the passenger side? So if it's on the driver's side, you're going to want your plug to be on the driver's side. But if it's more of a passenger helmet, then you're going to want the plug to be on the other side. So when you're running the wires, you need to consider that as well, and I'll show you that right now. So there's three ways to install it. One way is if you've got some just fabric inside of your helmet in the earpiece areas, you can just simply use the backs of the Velcro itself, the hook and loop. It'll stick inside there. Another way you can do it is you can get some of this industrial Velcro or hook and loop. I use the Velcro brand, but you don't have to, but I get the industrial because it's got a little bit better stick. And then you can cut your earpieces out and just stick the one side inside the helmet and then stick them to it. Or you can do the more permanent solution where you get the hot glue gun and you glue them in. So your headsets already come with some hook and loop on it, but it is not sticky on the back. It's meant for hot glue. So that's why I suggest if you want a kind of a less permanent, or if you don't want to use the hot glue, you can just buy some of this, cut it out, and stick it inside of your helmet, and then stick these, and you can dispose of these and just stick it inside the helmet. I'm going to want this on the driver's side, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of hook this in so I don't forget. Now this is going to be my driver ear because it's the shorter wire, so it's going to go inside here. The longer ear is going to tuck on this side, so I'm just going to kind of place it there, and then this is going to go up front for my mic. Make sure you have this part of the mic facing you. It's pretty intuitive to know that that's the Velcro side. So we'll go ahead and start running the wires. So I can actually pull on my helmet, I can kind of pull it apart, and so that's what I'd actually do is I'm going to kind of shove this down inside here. And I'm going to stick it to it. See how I've done that? So I just stuff the wires down in here, and I'm going to just kind of run the wire nicely inside of here. I'm going to run it. I got two snaps here, so I'm going to run it on this side of the snap and the other side of the snap to kind of hold it in place. Snap the snap in place. Snap this one into place, and now you've concealed that wire. And I can make sure that this is right over my mouthpiece, and so it's pretty square right there. And it's in place right there. Right ear, I'm just going to run it down between these two pieces of foam here. And I'm going to put it right there. And the nice thing about the hook and loop is I can kind of move it around. You see how I've got some extra play there. I can move it back and forth to kind of adjust it so it's right over my ear canal. Now this one, I'm just going to actually take it back up here. I'm just going to kind of pre-run it first to see how much extra slack I have, because we typically have a little extra slack. And on this one we do. So earpiece. I'll put the earpiece right down inside there. You see it? And then we're going to kind of work with the extra cord here. So I'm going to actually take and run this cord. I got extra, so I'm just going to kind of run it back towards the front here, behind this snap. Hook it inside of there and snap it back up inside here. So it's neatly run. And there it is. Now this is ready for me to just connect right in, and it's got it's not tugging on this, it's tugging on this part, so it's actually tugging on the helmet. That's what that clip is for. And that, make sure you clean your helmet really good and let it dry it off before you put that double stick tape. So if you're going to use the donuts that come with it that aren't sticky, we use the hot glue gun. You can see that this is a rubberized area right here. What we're going to do is we're going to glue it right to it. So you want to stick this as close to where your ear canal is going to be, because you want these to be right over your ear canal. And there I've hot glued the mic piece on so it can stick right to the mic. So now I'm going to show you a helmet that doesn't have a lot of places to stuff. If you notice, it's there's not a lot of places to stuff the wires. So I basically ran this is a passenger mic. I use this as kind of a passenger one. It does have a little place right here, but this back does not. And there's nothing up front. So we're going to take this Velcro off this, and we're going to hot glue it to it. So you can see the ear canals on this one are fabric, but my hook and loop is not sticking very good to this fabric. So I'm going to glue in the little donut earpieces that come with the mics. So I measured kind of where my ear canal was. It was right by the strap. So I just placed the donut right there by the strap. So now I've stuck it right there. And then I'm just going to let it dry, and then I'm going to stick my mic to it. Now I stuck my mic to it, and then I'm just going to run this cable right up in here and push it up inside there. So this one's got some extra cord that I can't stuff anywhere. There's nowhere to stuff it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hot glue all the extra cord into that corner, and then I'm going to take the extra and just kind of, since this one comes apart, I'm going to shove it up inside there, and that's how I'm going to do it. So now I've glued that. It dries pretty quick, so you got to kind of act, and I've glued it on there, and then I'm just going to clean up all these little pieces of glue so I don't see it. But you could see if you didn't do that, the cords would fall out. So I've got it, so now this cord's stuck and it's not going to fall down or kind of get annoying along the back of your neck. And that's how you can install it the 3 different ways. 1, just sticking it to it if you got the fabric. 2, if you got the Velcro, you can use the Velcro, the double stick or the single side stick Velcro, or the hot glue.